What is up, guys? Welcome back finally to the Rantcast, and we have got a lot of stuff to talk about today. None of it, however, is going to be about any certain company. We're just going to be talking about why this show has been gone for so long. So, Brandon, of course, is here as usual, and you might see that his window looks a little bit different, and I'll get into that in a second when I explain what's different here. So let me start off here just really quick. Pretty much now, what I've gone ahead and done is I fixed OBS. It now works on macOS Mojave, and the way I found out how to fix it, so I was at school getting stuff ready to do a recording, which was going to be happening through OBS into a Retina 5K iMac. Let me give you the whole story. So one of the other programs there is holding meetings every Tuesday, and your boy was asked to record it. So my teacher asked me what the best way was to get a camera feed, which will be the C200, and a feed from a laptop with a PowerPoint into OBS. So I said, okay, let's get two HDMI capture cards and use that MacBook that we have. It's a baseline 13-inch no touch bar MacBook Pro. So we got that. That was all good. Put OBS on it, and then as soon as I hit record, the CPU maxed out and the video was a consistent 2 frames a second. So I was like, okay, sweet. So I went and talked to him. I was like, yo, would it be fine if every Tuesday, that's when this is happening, would it be fine every Tuesday if I took the iMac 5K out of my office and hauled it down to this other program and used that? And he was like, okay, yeah, fine. So put OBS on that, and then I realized, oh wait, this is running Mojave. The MacBook Pro was running High Sierra. So I was like, okay, let's find out if the capture cards will work. As soon as I launched OBS for the first time after installing it, it asked, hey, is it okay if I use camera and microphone? So I was like, you know, I wonder. So I went home, uninstalled OBS, reinstalled it, and it prompted me to use the camera and microphone. So guys, we are back up and running. Finally, it's been too long, but here we are. Friggin' A. That's how it's gonna be. So now we get to talk about our change in video call software. Skype is no more. Skype just got worse with the new update.
Yeah,
so
it was absolute crap.
It was awful. So we're now using Discord, and that's why, like, in the top right of Brandon's window, you can see me. There's not really any way around that, unfortunately, but it's okay. The call quality is a lot better than Skype. And call quality also has to do with something else that happened with Brandon, and I'm going to let him explain that.
Alright, so call quality is a little bit better now, you may notice, because we have new internet and a new router and everything. So now everything's going to look much better, and hopefully things don't just die out and crash. Now, we did have some problems earlier, and maybe Sam might explain that a little bit more in depth, but overall, I haven't had any new problems with this new internet last week. That's when we got it, and they actually had to physically put in some new wires and everything, and it was a bit of a mess, but finally we have half decent internet for once. So I'm glad, and hopefully, unlike past episodes where I just randomly cut out and just died, I think that happened in the Callahan episode, where just halfway I just completely dropped out. That shouldn't be happening anymore. So in terms of just quality, from our first episodes to now, you're going to definitely be seeing a big jump. And then in the future too, I'm planning on getting a capture card to, rather than using this webcam, which kind of sucks on this computer. I'm going to actually use my nice camera that I got recently, and finally hook that up, and you'll get even better. Hopefully better quality for sure. So exciting stuff coming around here. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, that's how we're doing it now, guys. Discord's the new way. Brandon's internet doesn't suck anymore. As you can see, he's holding a consistent frame rate. We actually found out when he first got the new internet, I was like, dude, you're still choppy. Your resolution's higher, but you're still choppy. And then today I was like, you know what? I bet your camera put itself in low light mode where it'll up the shutter speed a lot to let more light in, but then that results in a really choppy movement because of how long the shutter's open. But now he fixed that. You might be able to see that stand behind him. That's actually a light. So we've got nice lighting.
Right back there.
Yeah, we've got nicer lighting. Oh, great, and he's cutting out again. That's perfect.
Oh, great. We spoke too soon.
Let's get into that whole issue here. So, we were in Skype earlier, and I was like, you know what? Let's try Discord. So we went in Discord. Everything was great. His quality was good. Frame rate was consistent. And it actually sounds like you're using the internal mic on your laptop through Discord right now. But
yeah.
Okay. What you guys are hearing is through a external recorder, so it'll sound a lot nicer. But regardless, as soon as I said, all right, I think we're ready to start filming, he started dropping out every 2 seconds, and I was like, oh. So every time now, it's been consistent the whole time we're doing the show. Every time we are ready to start recording, issues happen. The entire hour of setup before, we were fine, and then as soon as I say, all right, let's go ahead and start recording, it just goes bye-bye.
It never fails. It's just so silly.
Every time.
Is my audio cutting out at all, or you can still hear me? Is that...
Your audio's cutting out a little bit, but it's not too terribly bad.
Okay, well that's good. At least you can at least somewhat hear what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and there was also another thing. I said, try Discord on your phone. The phone was flawless, and I was like, let's run with that, until he turned it to portrait mode, and instead of... So I have OBS cropped, because if it's not, you'll see the letterboxing, because the screen that he's on is a different aspect ratio than 16:9. It was sending out a 4:3 aspect signal, so it would be pillar boxed instead of letterboxed. So I was like, okay, you know what? Try your laptop one more time. It was still choppy, so he switched over to his... What are you on, the 2.4 gigahertz network?
I'm on a 2.4 gigahertz network, yes.
So that's how it is right now. It seems to be fine. Hopefully it'll be fine. This is honestly probably going to be the shortest episode of the Rantcast ever. But hopefully... next Saturday, a week from today, is when the next episode will finally go out, an actual episode of this show. And Matt will be here, and we'll be talking about some stuff. You'll see that when it comes out. But another thing that's also new, throughout the entire lifespan of this show, I've been scrambling trying to find what scene to switch to, and now I've finally got smart and set up hotkeys. Let me see if I can show you here. Alright, so these F keys right here. F1 is the scene we're on right now. F2 cuts to me full screen. F3 is Brandon, and F4 is us and my main screen, which there you can see Adobe Audition recording. And that seems to work pretty well. And another thing that's also new in terms of the quality department is... we're now going to be pushing these episodes in 1440p instead of just 1080. I had always been recording in Quad HD, but now I'm going to decide to switch to, instead of downscaling it to 1080p when I upload, it'll be a whole Quad HD, because I found out the same day that I found out how to fix OBS on Mojave, I found out there's a lot more flexibility with the bitrate settings, so I set... we're recording at 10 megabits a second right now. We're also still streaming up to my YouTube channel privately for a backup in case the local file decides to die again. But that's at a whole 10 megabits a second instead of 7.5. So we should, in theory, look nicer. We've still got the black flow behind us. Still kind of the same look. We might refresh that at some point. I'm not entirely sure, though. But I think for that episode, or for this episode, what else is there to talk about? I know we're missing something.
Yeah, we're missing something for sure. Let's see here. Well, I have a theory that what might be causing this weird network problem, I think it might be the network card. And see, we never really realized, but see, this network card on this computer is kind of weird sometimes. It's got the killer thing. And I'm thinking that's actually setting like its own speed limit on the an upload. So it might be the cause of it. It's just a theory. I don't really know. And if you viewers actually have an idea what it could be, a good theory, help us out for sure, and let us know, because I might try that, and definitely let us know. But yeah, I really can't think of anything else that I know we're missing something, but it just I can't think of what it is for sure yet.
I can't either, but
Yeah.
there it is, guys. The Rantcast finally returns. We haven't made a video since Apple announced this overpriced iPhone, which actually, that's what we were missing. Brandon finally got a new iPhone. Get hype.
Yeah.
Get hype.
Yes.
Let's see what it is.
So, it is the iPhone XS. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful phone. Got the, I always told myself I was going to get the silver, but I ended up getting the space gray just to be a little bit different. Because I've gotten the silver iPhone since the iPhone 5. My iPad is the silver iPad, with the white bezels and everything. But I was like, you know what? They kind of did away with the white bezels on the silver iPhones now. So I'm just like, I'll just go with the black or the space gray, which is really it's kind of blackish. It's not super black but it's it's still a pretty slick looking phone and everything. I really like it, and it's a 256 gigabyte one, which is way more storage than my old phone had, which was just 16. If you don't know, I had the iPhone 6, and that thing was one of my favorite phones I have owned, and it's very, very durable, very reliable. It's had less problems than my sister's Samsung, her Galaxy S6, which we both got at the same exact time. I did do one battery replacement with the iPhone 6, but besides that, no problems. The LCD screen does ghost a little bit, but for its age, in the use that I've given it, I'll give it some, I'll let that slide. But other than that, I mean, it's been a very solid phone, and I'm hoping that this phone is the same way too. But yeah.
It should be, honestly. Like, I don't know why I upgraded from my 10. Like, I like the size of the XS Max better, but in terms of performance, it's a little bit faster, but not much. The camera is a lot better, though, but I do have the silver iPhone XS Max. I have the silver Apple Watch, too, but I have a black, it's actually space black Milanese loop. The Apple OEM looks nice. The silver and black have a nice contrast with each other. But there you go, guys. I guess that's going to be it for this episode. This is actually our shortest episode ever, coming in at under 20 minutes.
Wow, that's rare.
Yeah. Our next episode will definitely be at least a half hour long. So get ready for that, guys. Week from the time this episode launches, Saturday, January, whatever day that it's going to be. I think the 26th, maybe. But there you go, guys. The Rantcast is finally back. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to me and Brandon. His channel will be linked in the description as well as an end screen. And until the next video, guys, keep in mind, New Smokes Here remastered episode on Friday. I just dropped the Smokey the Smoke Bomb remastered on yesterday, actually. So there you go, guys. If you want to see that, check it out. Looks a lot nicer than the original. But anyway, guys, until the next video, that is going to be it, so thank you for watching.